ever pondered on the significance of hadith in Islam? The hadith, a revered collection of the Prophet Muhammad's sayings and actions, is more than just words. It serves as an additional source of Islamic religious law alongside the Quran. It is through the hadith that Muslims gain insights into the sunnah of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. In essence, a hadith is composed of two integral components, matan and isnad. Matan refers to the text of the hadith, the actual sayings and actions of the Prophet Muhammad. Isnad, on the other hand, is the transmission line, the chain of narrators who have carried these sayings and actions down through generations. In the grand scheme of Islamic law, hadith holds a high stature. It is the second among the four primary sources of Islamic law, right after the Quran. The other two sources are consensus, known as ijma, and analogy, referred to as qiyas. The hadith also plays a significant role in shaping the Islamic constitution or Sharia. Deeds and actions in Sharia are classified into 5 categories, ranging from fard or wajib, the obligatory duties, to haram, actions that are forbidden and punishable under Islamic law. The authenticity of hadith is paramount. They serve as the explanations of divine revelation and form the foundation of Islamic law or Sharia. They offer guidance on a myriad of matters, ranging from religious duties like ghusl or wudu, to the proper forms of greetings, and even the importance of benevolence to slaves. In determining the authenticity of a hadith, one effective way is to find other narrations of the event or saying, and then judge them on their credibility. In summary, the hadith, with its components matan and isnad, holds a significant position in the Islamic faith. It is a source of law, a guide for moral conduct, and a link to the life and teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. Categories of hadith. In general, a hadith is divided into the following categories. 1. Sahih, the genuine traditions, the authentic ones. 2. Muthaq, almost like the Sahih, but the narration is not as strong as those of the Sahih. 3. Hasan, the fair traditions although inferior in matters of authenticity. 4. Da'if, the weak traditions which are not so reliable. In Sharia, Islamic constitution, deeds and actions are divided into 5 classes. 1. Fard or wajib, an obligatory duty, the omission of which is Islamically punishable. 2. Mustahab, an action that is rewarded but whose omission is not punishable. 3. Mubah, an action that is permitted but legally indifferent. 4. Makruh, an action that is disapproved by the Sharia but is not under any penalty. 5. Haram, an action that is forbidden and Islamically punishable. 3. Primary ways of determining the authenticity of hadith. One of the most effective and practical ways to determine the authenticity of a hadith is to find other narrations of the event or saying, and then judge them on their credibility and strength. Examining the chain of transmission which passes each hadith from the Holy Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, to the person who compiles the hadith is a fundamental component of hadith studies. The matn, the hadith's primary text or body, differs from the isnad and the commentary. Truthfulness of Islamic tradition. Imam al-Shafi'i is known as the most notable scholar for elevating the mechanism for testing the truthfulness of hadith in Islamic law. 3. The chain of hadith. How does hadith travel? The following narration explains how the hadith have traveled and transmitted to us over time. 4 criteria to be a sahih, sound, hadith. The criteria to determine the soundness of hadith are as follows. 5. Biographical evaluation of the transmitters of hadith. The field of hadith studies known as ilm al-rijal, or the knowledge of men, includes the study of hadith transmitters' biographies as a significant subfield. The narrators that make up the sanad are these. Some Quranic passages serve as the foundation for ilm al-rijal. Good memory and linguistic skilled transmitters could be regarded competent, bit. Trustworthy or thika ratings for transmitters with both adala and bit are 2 examples of ratings. Honest transmitter ratings are given to those that are adala but exhibit evidence of negligence. The outcome of this research was huge biographical dictionaries that could be compared to specific hadiths isnads. Not all transmitters underwent this evaluation and rating. Due to their proximity to the Prophet, it has long been believed that the companions of the Prophet, as collectively possess moral turpitude, and as such, all of them already possess adala without further assessment. 6. Principles of writing hadith. According to Sheikh Muhammad Zakaria al-Kandalawi, Imam Bukhari stated the following as requirements for a muhaddith. 7. Chain of continuity and presence of transmitter. The continuity of the chain of transmission of the hadith is the second factor to be considered after evaluating the transmitter's overall aptitude and moral uprightness. It must be demonstrated that the transmitters obtained the Prophet's accounts in an appropriate way from the previous authority in the chain. Early academics of religion emphasized the significance of the sanad. 8. Importance of tracing the sanad. According to Muhammad ibn Sirin, the custom of paying special attention to the sanad dates back to the generation that came after the companions. However, the companions of the Prophet were, according to the more persuasive of the two perspectives, those who were exempt from needing a sanad. However, others, like al-Qurtubi, also include the more senior followers. This is because all companions are regarded as upright, reliable hadith transmitters, making a mursal hadith transmitted by a companion permissible. Q. What is the most authentic source of hadith? The Sunni school of thought believes the following to the most authentic sources of hadith. Sahih Bukhari, collected by Imam Bukhari. Sahih Muslim, collected by Muslim. Sunan Abu Dawud, collected by Abu Dawud. Q. Can a hadith be false? There have been several instances where a hadith has been proven false. Hence, our first source of guidance should be the Holy Quran. Moreover, any hadith found in contradiction to the teachings of the Holy Quran must be deemed inauthentic. Q. What is the weakest hadith? The classifications of hadith include, but are not limited to, al-aziz, rare and sound hadith; maqbul, weak but acceptable; and mardud, weak and not acceptable. Q. What is accurate grading of hadith? Thus, there are three broad categories into which all valid hadiths can be divided. Sahih, those having an unbroken and trustworthy line of transmission, and a book that does not go against conventional wisdom. Da'if, weak, those whose matin or transmitters have received harsh criticism. Hasan, good, those with an incomplete sanad or with transmitters of dubious authority.